Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another Cold War Zombies video. And I just want to talk about the possibility of there being another Transit Easter egg inside of Cold War Season 4. It's probably some type of Easter egg, maybe just a little hint. Don't think it's trying to predict or saying that there's going to be Transit in Cold War. Could just be another, again, nod or paying homage to Transit and or giving hint even maybe to the Victis crew, maybe coming back. Like I'm saying, I'm not guaranteeing or not saying that I'm thinking that Transit or Victis is going to come back, but it might just be an Easter egg in itself. So if you're not familiar, in Season 4 in the Battle Pass, there is this emblem. And some people thought it might be a new perk that's coming because it might have had kind of the same um, colors as Vulture Aid, and it does look like it would be something that'd be like on a perk bottle, maybe like the logo on a perk bottle. Um, and then this is what it looks like when you click on it. It looks pretty sweet. It's a nice looking logo. It does remind me of Vulture Aid, or again, like it could be some type of perk. But I think it's kind of like a Transit Easter egg. I'm going to show you what I am talking about. Again, I'm not trying to say it's going to guarantee that Transit's coming, Green Run, Victis, any of that stuff. Again, it might just be a little nod to them because I don't know if Trek necessarily wants to keep diving into the same story that we've had for the last like 10 years or so. And again, I just want to kind of point out this has nothing to do with Black Ops 4 Victis. It looks like it's more Black Ops 2. So if you look on Misty's hat, you can't really make anything out. It's kind of blank. It might have some wet spots on it. But otherwise, you can't really make out anything that's on there. This is probably one of the best photos or screenshots you're going to get. No matter how close you get, there's actually nothing on it. However, if you go to Black Ops 2 Misty, you can see like a photo, almost like an image of sort on her hat in that version. And if you zoom in, it looks like it's the same thing that's on the emblem. It looks like it has like a skull with a guy screaming, or a skull that's screaming with almost like a nuke cloud in the background, or some sort of like explosion in the back, and maybe same thing like he's uh, about to get burnt, because I think it's called like total destruction. So again, it's not the exact same thing. I mean, they probably could have put it on a I forget what they're called, wallpaper. I'm gonna call it because I don't remember what the name is. But the one that you are in game, you have your emblem and then you have like your wallpaper. I forget what it's called. The only thing comes to mind is wallpaper. But I'm sure somebody's gonna correct me. So that's kind of like a smaller, concentrated version of it. But again, I'm going to zoom in on different angles. You're going to see like the screaming face with his hands to his side, his mouth open. Um, and then over here you have like what maybe looks like a mushroom cloud of sorts. And you would have to imagine it's the same thing. Like he's probably running away from a nuke explosion, as you would see in the emblem. This is kind of a zoomed in version, but as you guys know, with really bad resolution, the more you zoom in, the more pixelated it's going to get. But you maybe can see the maybe nuke cloud a little bit better in the background. That right here is like the explosion, and it's kind of like the column is here, and like the mushroom part is up top, and you can kind of see the guy with the two eyes, his nose, and his mouth, or skull, screaming with his hands to his side. Again, you can see it a little bit better here, same thing. Again, like I tell people, I just kind of show you this stuff. I'm not here to convince anyone. If you believe it, or if you see it, that's great. If you don't, that's also great. Like, again, I don't really do this to try and convince anyone or try and gain any subs or followers or anything like that. I'm just doing it because, hey, I'm like, that looks like exactly what I remember the image being on Misty's hat. So just to kind of give another backstory, is this is new, but the thing on Misty's cap, I've always noticed that for the last couple of years. So this might give some type of like hint to what's coming. Not saying it does, but it does obviously have like two eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and like two hands on the side, on each side, with a neck cut like your spinal cord right there. Um, again, I'm just gonna go to Miss. Again, it's not in Black Ops 4, and this is gonna be pretty short because, like I said, you either see it or you don't. It's either an Easter egg or it's not. Um, you can probably see the most or the best the more further away you're zoomed out, because you can see like maybe it's like a black shirt on and a skull and the mushroom cloud in the back. Again, it's probably some type of nuclear explosion, maybe Nuketown, maybe how the whole disaster started, which would be kind of cool because I would hope, and this is the only thing I wanted to talk about, if we do get it for Cold War, that it would be nice to get a backstory or an origins type story, or maybe how Green Run first got destroyed. The only thing I can think of is like maybe the same thing like Verdansk, how it got so bad that they decided to nuke Earth or something like that. If they decide to go that same route. The thing I do like too, and this is Black Ops 2, how like the care and time and love that went into the older games because they had a 3-year dev cycle. How you can see like dried up salt sweat spots on her cap. How like attention to detail and awesome that is. And this is Xbox 360 Black Ops 2. How they really put a lot of care and love into all of her details and the character details, and even the stitching on the hat and the pattern. Again, this is the image. But I think that might be, again, what they talked about, how Tranzit might have ran out of memory space, is because maybe it had too much detail in it. It was too big and too glamorous over the top that they couldn't fit everything in, and they ran out of time. And there goes the infamous Bus B poster. Again, how realistic it looks back then. Now everything, including movies, some movies are just kind of like rushed, and the attention to detail isn't there. But just to see that, when I kind of altered the photo to give it a better quality, just the sweat spot, it looks so awesome. But that's kind of like just going off topic. Again, you either see it, you don't, like a guy screaming, maybe the mushroom cloud explosion's coming towards him, and he knows he's going to get blown apart. Um, but I'm going to leave it at that. Like, again, it's either an Easter egg or not. You either see it or you don't. I just think it's pretty cool because that's exactly what this reminded me of. The mushroom clouds in the back. The guy is now skull and bones, probably got ripped apart. And it has the radioactive symbol and lightning bolts and stuff like that. So wonder if like we get Misty again, maybe we'll see that on her head or something like that, or maybe it could be the new Victis logo. Those are just kind of like funny little ideas that I would have, like maybe instead of Omega and Requiem, maybe Victis or something like that has their own little Green Run, Hanford site group or something like that, or Broken Arrow. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.